Hello, my name is John Rosebush. You know, I've been working on trying to bring this to the attention of the world for about 8 months now, since about January. And I've got lots of followers, right? 400 followers, 6,000 views on my blog site. You know, 4,000 views on my videos in order to bring this new energy invention to the world. You know, my approach has been to inform the world first and foremost, and then it's been to attempt to get General Electric and the United States government to come in and assist and help me bring this new energy invention to the world. I've tried many approaches in my videos and my blog sites, and so far I have got no response from either one. They believe my credibility is not there. They believe that it would just be a waste of their time. Well, I'm an educated man. I'm 58 years old. I have put everything I have in life into creating this new energy invention. And I would not be going this far with it unless I knew it worked. Not that I'm not guessing, I'm not 90% sure, I'm not 95% sure. I'm 100% sure this new energy invention can power this planet 25 to 50 times over. I actually believe I can create 500 to 1,000 terawatts of power around the world. Today, the world generates about 20 terawatts of power. That means that this world could actually do anything it needed. Anything is possible with this new energy invention. It's clean, it's eco-friendly, it's alternative, and I believe I can do it for 10% of the cost of any energy produced today. Carbon or alternative, it doesn't matter. Now, it only does work on 80% of the planet. So, I need countries to step up. I don't care if you're rich or poor. Especially the countries that don't have any oil, because it's essential for you in the future. We actually only do have about 1.5 trillion barrels of oil remaining right now. That is actually less than 50 years. That is our proven reserves, which I'm not even quite so sure that's accurate. Saudi Arabia has not updated their reserves in 20 years. Now, we have a new oil discovery, and there's some wild estimates out there in Australia of 233 billion barrels of oil. And someone says, wow, that's a game changer. No, that's 7.5 years of oil at our current consumption rate. 7.5 years. I heard of another large discovery off from Alaska, 400 million barrels. I think that's a few days. That's 4 or 5 days of oil reserves. I heard another one, 7.5 billion barrels up in North Dakota, South Dakota, you know, the shale oil find there. Guess what, folks? That's a 4-month supply. 4 months. These oil discoveries that they're finding, that they're calling game changers, and saying how much oil that we have. Because of our current consumption rate, they are absolutely almost nothing. Now, 86% of the planet is powered by fossil fuels. 86%. Now, almost 100% of our transportation is powered by oil. 67% of our world is the electricity is powered by fossil fuels. And they're limited. They're limited, folks. I don't know how much clearer I can get to you. They're limited. And they're going to run out. Now, we have a big world here, and we've survived on it for 5,000 years. And guess what? Since oil has become mainstream, we've grown from about 1 billion people to 7 billion people. Okay? So now 7 billion people are going to use up a lot more resources than 1 billion people did. In the old days, before oil, we just burnt wood and we heated stuff and we cooked with it, etc. And guess what? Wood replenishes itself in 20 years, 30 years. But oil don't. Oil, it took millions of years to produce that oil. And we're going to run out of it. Now, maybe we don't care. We just say that the future generations got to do just like we did. Well, that's not true. We didn't do anything. Oil's been around for 100 and some years, 150 years. So the idea that we all of a sudden discovered oil is not true. We're just using it up. We're acting like little bitty children with the first 6-pack of pop that we received, and we're just going to drink it all up. And the heck with anybody else. This is not the way mankind should act, and this is not the mankind cannot survive like this. So I don't know where this is going to end, but I cannot deliver this new energy invention to the world until the world decides that it's urgent. Now, every single day, we're using about 90 million barrels of oil today, right now, and it makes me sick every day that I waste not being able to bring this to the world. But the world needs to understand it's critical the whole world uses it. You know, right now, if I just disclose it to the world, what are they going to do? Well, when we got time, we'll get there, and then finally when we get there, we'll change it over. Well, we're going to end up using our oil before we get there because, you know, we don't want to spend $1, right? Because, America's 17 trillion in debt, and 65% of the ownership of anything in the United States is the top 1% of the people. So, they don't want to spend the money because it's not benefiting them. Well, that's where we're at in this world, in the United States, and I'll tell you, the rest of the countries ain't much better shape. So, if we're going to allow monetary policy to determine what we do in the future, mankind will destroy itself. It really will destroy itself. People have no idea what this world would look like once we start having major oil shortages. The world will destroy themselves. And it will do it internally within countries, and I honestly believe nuclear weapons will be used and over oil, etc. It will be the destruction of mankind. Now, my new energy invention, like I told you at the beginning of this, uses up no resources. None. No resources. Imagine you got all this energy and you haven't used up any resources. Guess what? Then those resources could be used for asphalt for maybe 100,000 years if we preserve enough of them. Think of plastics. Those are oil. Think of our sewer and water pipes. Many of them are essential. This has to get reconciled. And I'm so willing right here to disclose it right now. But I need the world to come together. I want to see poor countries have an abundance of electricity. Wealthier countries have an abundance of electricity. Everybody. I want to see the poverty completely almost eradicated from this. I want to see water shortages around the world disappear. I'm trying to help. I'm not shaming anybody. I am literally disgusted that I've taken this long with an approach of thinking the United States would want to lead in this. To think that GE would put mankind ahead of their profits. So the only thing I can do is turn to poor countries. Maybe I can take the poor countries and we can all work together and we can force the wealthier countries to assist you. Because right now, they're unwilling to take the lead on anything. In the United States, they're fighting whether or not we should pay our bills. I don't think the United States is ready to lead on anything. And they're determining if they should continue bombing. And, just crazy things. If our world leaders have now become Ted Cruz, Ron Paul, Sarah Palin, and the rest of them, then the United States is in serious trouble. I heard the president talk the other day about us being exceptional. I don't think so. If that is our exceptional leaders, the world is in some serious trouble. But you know what? I don't see anybody else stepping up neither. This needs to happen in a way that we come together as mankind to save ourselves, and especially for our children and grandchildren and all future generations of this planet. By me releasing this now, without some type of bringing the world together, some type of agreements, the only thing I'm going to do is allow another tool to be in their toolbox to be exploited either by the United States, which is very good at exploiting other countries, or other countries, using it against one another, or some ridiculous stuff that would happen, and it cannot. I will not allow that to happen to a new energy invention that I created that can actually save mankind. I'm not scamming anybody. This really is real. I'm 58 years old. I spent 8 years on this. I'm a very educated man, and I'm very intelligent when it comes to common sense and thinking outside the box. I'm doing this for mankind. I feel like I'm the only one in the damn country having a grown-up conversation about helping the poor, the middle class around the world. This is bigger than any country problem, bigger than any city or state problem, or fighting, over should we defund food stamps for the poor people in this country. These types of things are completely insane in today's world. I just do not believe the smallness of what is going on in the world today. It needs to change. I'm asking for your help. I'm asking for reasonable people to watch this video and leaders to see it and to come together and let's do something for mankind that is not just good, but the greatest thing that's ever happened on this planet. Email me and get a hold of me and let's go forward. I thank you for watching this video.